The boss gave Franck a side job, to be a temporary babysitter for a day and look after Mr. Schottle's wife's son. Franck said yes and no, not because Mrs. Schottle had a killer body. It was purely to get on Mr. Schottle's good side. Madame Schottle told Franck they were going out of town for a cocktail party, so Remy needed to be taken care of overnight. She gave Franck a tour of the villa and pointed out a few important things. That parrot, for instance, is a rare breed. Mr. Schottle's had it for 20 years. They're really attached, so make sure to feed it on time. Remy has asthma. Make sure he keeps his inhaler with him at all times. Oh, and this plate. It's a keepsake from Mr. Schottle's father. It's more precious than me, so don't you dare break it. Just then Remy came downstairs, clearly upset. His dad had never come to watch his football games. Tomorrow's the final, and he promised he'd be there. But once again, he backed out. After everything was settled, Madame Schottle handed Franck 5,000 euros and left with Mr. Schottle. On the way, Madame Schottle started getting worried. What if something happened? Mr. Schottle reassured her. Our kid's tough. He'll be fine. I'm worried about Franck. I'm afraid he might die in our house. The couple attended the cocktail party and stayed overnight at a hotel. The next morning, still half asleep, they got a call. Hello, this is the police. It looks like your house was broken into. You'd better come back and check. My son is with the babysitter. What son? There's no one in the house.
Allô?
Allô, Franck, c'est Claire Chaudel?
Non, madame, désolé, c'est encore le policier. Visiblement, le babysitter a dû laisser son téléphone chez vous.
Madame Schottle immediately called Franck. Could it be a home invasion and kidnapping? This is serious. The couple rushed back in a panic. As soon as they walked in, Mr. Schottle saw his brand new Jeep had somehow been turned into a go-kart. He had a bad feeling. He stepped into the living room and, my God, it was messier than a farmer's market. No way a kid and a babysitter could have caused this. He asked who had called the cops. The police chief said no one did. Your Jeep was found totaled outside, no one inside, so we came to investigate. Detective Caillot explained to Mr. Schottle that, based on what they knew, it was possible the temporary babysitter had kidnapped the kid. Don't worry, we checked. This Franck guy has no criminal record. But don't get your hopes up too soon. Maybe he's a child killer. The really twisted ones are great at hiding it. Don't worry, it's just a theory. Odds are low, but he could also be a rapist or an organ trafficker. Would you shut up already? Just then an officer found a camera. Caillot took a look. This might be a snuff film.
C'est quoi un snuff movie?
Des scènes de meurtre filmées par une caméra amateur. J'ai pas encore eu la chance d'en voir en vrai. On va essayer tout de suite, on va regarder ça. Branchez-moi ça.
You seem oddly excited. The couple, terrified, sat down with the police to watch the footage. Through the recording, they found out what had happened the night before. Turns out, it was Franck's birthday. His two best buddies had planned to throw him a party, but he wasn't home. He was babysitting. So the two of them went to the Schottles' place, saying they'd throw the party at the villa. Speaking of Franck's two buddies, they're quite the characters. The guy behind the camera is Alex. He's obsessed with Fast and Furious-style street racing movies. He ended up working as a delivery guy, but his racing dreams never died. He's already totaled several company vans. The other buddy, Sam, is a total womanizer. Ever since he became HR manager, he fired all the male employees and replaced them with women of all types. With his good looks and sweet talk, he's got a new girlfriend every day. Seeing these two unreliable guys wanting to throw a birthday party at the villa, Franck firmly disagreed, telling them to get lost.
Vous êtes malade ou quoi? On est chez mon patron, vous voulez que je me fasse bien ou quoi? Il y a le petit quai dans sa chambre.
Laisse-nous rentrer, j'adore les gosses. J'adore les gosses.
Obviously he was joking, but as a detective, Caillot picked up on that. The couple freaked out and kept watching. Originally, Franck didn't agree, but when he heard Sonia, whom he had a crush on, was coming, he instantly agreed. But Mr. Schottle's kid is still home. If I let you guys in, we're definitely going to get found out. Don't worry, we've got this. Are you nuts? Giving a kid sleeping pills? There's no way I'm... Seeing her son knocked out by sleeping pills, Madame Schottle finally realized what had happened. Last night, before the cocktail party, she had called Franck, and he told her the kid was already asleep. So, this is what he meant by asleep. Meanwhile, Sam spotted a photo of Mr. and Madame Schottle together. He sighed, saying, "Such a beautiful woman. Wasted on a pig. Look at this old guy. He looks like Gollum," and burst out laughing. Not long after, the two buddies started the party. They'd invited over 20 people. Franck was stunned. He thought it would just be a few people. As expected, those two were completely unreliable. Considering this was the Schottles' home, Franck thought it was too much and tried to ask everyone to leave. But just then, Sonia showed up with a gift for Franck. He was over the moon and couldn't bring himself to kick people out in front of her. All he could say was, "Welcome, everyone, but, could you maybe take your shoes off?"
Eh, je vous avais dit qu'il était super drôle, mon pote, hein?
Non mais sérieux? Si vous pouviez... Non mais sérieux?
Watching this, Detective Calais once again thought he saw a clue. It's just a birthday party at home. How did you manage to link it to a case like this? They kept watching. Sonia hadn't come alone. Her cousin Ernest was with her. Frank rushed up to shake Ernest's hand. Ernest was polite. "My cousin talks about you a lot." "Really? But my name is Frank." "Eh? Same difference. You seem like a good guy." The night was supposedly a birthday celebration for Frank, but it turned into a wild booze party. No one paid attention to him. Even Frank himself didn't notice. He was too busy trying to impress Sonia, hoping to leave a good impression. Then Sonia's phone rang.
Ah, bah c'est mon mec.
Ah t'as un mec?
Bah ouais, tu voulais me pécho quoi?
If I say it wasn't on purpose, would you believe me? The party had been going for an hour, and everyone was drunk and having a blast. Sam remembered Frank mentioning the parrot needed to be fed on time. So he opened the cage and fed the parrot champagne. That 20-year-old parrot instantly got hyped up and took off flying on the spot. Sam panicked and tried to do chest compressions to save it, but he ended up crushing its organs. The parrot died on the spot. As if killing the parrot wasn't bad enough, something even scarier happened. Mr. Schottle's son woke up. Because Frank was worried about side effects, he'd given Remy a very low dose of sleeping pills. He hadn't expected the kid to wake up so fast. Remy looked around the house and started clapping. "Well done, Frank. You're really having a blast, huh?" Frank begged Remy not to tell his dad. He promised to kick everyone out immediately. To buy his silence, Frank handed over all the money Madame Chaudel had given him. But soon after, he realized Remy was missing. In Remy's room, Frank found his own phone. Remy had used it to send a mass text to every woman. "I want to sleep with you." Frank was furious. He threatened to skin Remy alive, literally. Detective Caillot caught that keyword right away. Looks like Frank is the killer. Remy's probably already dead.
Sam, mets les étiquettes.
Frank went downstairs to find Remy. Ernest said he saw Remy riding off on a bike, so they all rushed out to look for him. They couldn't catch up on foot, so they took Mr. Schottle's Jeep and hit the road. On the way, Frank saw an ad for an amusement park. He figured that's where Remy had gone. The new objective? Find the amusement park. Just then, Sam got a call from one of his girlfriends. She invited him over. He asked, "Is your husband not home?" He's not. He went with his cousin to the Dragon Campus Villa for a friend's birthday.
C'est mon téléphone. Lucie? Ouais, c'est Doudou, salope.
Non mais,
Je vais te défoncer. Je pouvais pas le savoir. Scoop de ouf.
Apparemment Sam se tape la même dernière.
Filmez pas.
The chaotic antics took a dramatic turn and ended up causing a car crash. A traffic cop was right behind them and showed up immediately. The officer asked Alex for his license. Alex had crashed so many times, his license had long been revoked. Plus, he was drunk. And in France, DUI laws are strict, zero tolerance. So Alex floored it and made a run for it. Just as they drove off, they saw Remy, but with the police chasing them. Alex refused to stop. The police caught up fast. Alex swerved into a forest trail and actually managed to shake them off. But in true karma fashion, they slammed straight into a tree.
Bon, ça va, faites pas cette tête. Bon, c'est sûr, c'est impressionnant vu comme ça, mais franchement, je crois pas que ce soit grand-chose, hein.
Mr. Schoudel, seeing his beloved Jeep totaled, was so furious he nearly had a stroke. He grabbed a cigar to calm himself down. The Jeep was beyond saving, but luckily, no one was hurt. They decided to go on foot to find the kid at the amusement park. Before long, they found themselves in the middle of a red light district in the woods. Women of the night were working the area. And suddenly, guess who showed up on camera? Detective Caillot.
J'étais sur une enquête.
They pushed through the forest and finally reached the amusement park. Sure enough, Remy was there. He refused to go home, unless Frank rode a few extreme rides with him. No choice. Frank went along with it. They tried every ride in the park.
Honest way, and I said, man, it was for turning to.
Seeing their son having so much fun, the Schoudels finally smiled with relief. As the day wound down, they entered a haunted house. It was pitch black. Nothing could be seen. Sonia, suddenly playful, decided to pull a prank. She pretended to kiss Sam, then pretended to kiss Frank, before quickly slipping away into the dark. When they came out of the haunted house, Frank and Sam were laughing like crazy, but they had no idea why Alex and Sonia were laughing even harder. Ha ha ha, what's with you two? Don't you like to laugh or something? They were ready to head home, but suddenly, Remy had an asthma attack. Frank had forgotten to bring his medicine, and with the car gone, walking back home might take too long. Remy could be in real danger.
Mon Dieu, c'est son asthme.
Ça va aller, chérie.
Ça va aller, c'est très grave, hein. Mon beau-frère est mort comme ça.
Oh, taisez-vous, je ne peux plus vous entendre.
In this critical moment, they came up with a plan. They stole go-karts from the amusement park and sped down the road at full throttle. They made it back to the villa in no time. As soon as Frank opened the door, he was stunned. The place was even more packed. At least 100 people were inside, like a full-on nightclub. There was even a DJ spinning tracks. Frank had no time to deal with the chaos. He rushed to find the inhaler and gave it to Remy. Seeing Remy recover, the Schaudels finally breathed a sigh of relief. With the party so wild, Remy jumped right in, having the time of his life. Someone even took their pants off and performed with a cigar clenched between their cheeks. That pushed Frank over the edge. That was Mr. Schaudel's cigar. He stormed over, snatched it back, and returned it to the cigar box. After putting the cigar away, Frank found Remy and took him to the bedroom to sleep. But to his surprise, the bedroom had been taken over too. They were having a barbecue inside, filling the room with smoke. Frank had completely lost control of the situation. Not until dawn did the partygoers finally leave, leaving the villa in total shambles. At the end, Remy recorded a thank you message. Today was amazing. I've never had so much fun. If my dad fires you, don't worry. I'll hire you to be my dad, and I'll marry my mom to you.
Donc si tu cherches du boulot un jour, moi je t'embauche comme papa. Ce sera pas le métier le plus facile du monde, je te l'accorde. Mais tu seras bien payé. Et tu auras tes RTT, t'inquiète.
J'arrive! Dans les chiottes, j'arrive!
Tu vois quand je disais que t'étais relou. Bon, il faut que j'y aille. Et joyeux anniversaire.
The footage ended there, so it looked like Remy was safe, but where was he now? Suddenly, after hours of puzzling over it, Detective Coyote finally had a breakthrough.
Petit monstre très laid du film Le Seigneur des Anneaux.
Bon, dépêche-toi. Vas-y.
His logic leap was so wild, even the chief couldn't take it anymore. Without Coyote's distractions, Madame Chaudel suddenly had a moment of clarity. Today's the football final. She opened Remy's wardrobe and, sure enough, his jersey was gone. He must have gone to the game. Just as they were about to head out, they ran into Sam, who was holding cleaning supplies and pretending to clean up. Sam panicked, launching into an excuse he had clearly rehearsed. Don't let the mess fool you. It had nothing to do with me. We were attacked by armed men last night, and it took everything we had to drive them off. Look at that plate over there. Franck said it was important. I nearly died saving it.
Désolé.
Madame Chaudel's guess was correct. Remy really had gone to the match. Frank and Sonia were in the stands cheering him on. Suddenly, Mr. Chaudel sat down next to Frank. Ah, boss? You're back already? Look, I can explain. We were attacked by armed men last night. Your parrot died bravely protecting us. Save it, Mr. Chaudel snapped. The police have surrounded the stadium. You're not getting away. I did the math. Between the parrot and that antique plate, the damages are over 100,000 euros. Pay up. That's it. Frank snapped back. I'll pay, but it'll take time. Still, without me and my friends, your son wouldn't have had this much fun. And you wouldn't have come to see him play. His biggest wish was for you to be here. Mr. Chaudel had no response. He stood up and left. But when he saw his son win the game, his face lit up with pride. As they left the stadium, Frank was arrested by the police, but he was smiling because after spending the night with Sonia, he found out she didn't have a boyfriend. Now, he was Sonia's boyfriend. In the end, Mr. Chaudel reconciled with his son. Frank didn't go to jail, of course. In fact, Mr. Chaudel even invested in him, becoming his business partner and helping Frank publish his comic book. This film, Babysitting, was the debut of France's comedy trio. Compared to their later comedies like Alibi.com and City Hunter, it falls a bit short, but it still carries that unique French humor and is definitely worth a watch. Even though the film's theme centers on father-son bonding, it's absolutely not suitable to watch with your kids. Why? Well, you know why.